everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, just thank you so much for the love and support. I always say that a lot, but I'm truly grateful as a part of me being able to bless your passive journey. I'm so grateful that y'all are doing the same for me. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Drop me a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. If you feel like the videos are informative, give you good vibes or insight that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, please go ahead and do so. Even if it's with a fellow empath that may be going through trying times at the moment and needing spiritual guidance or just confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's always so appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the meditation channel I'm using tonight for this video is going to be my last one for tonight. Is from Awakening Planet, and it's 639 hertz, heart chakra music, letting go of anxiety, worry, fear, love, energy, raise vibration. And I will post their link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing is called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas, as we prove ourselves to our own soul, not to other people. A lot of times we can go in life and we're worried about what people think, how people understand us, will they get us, will they believe in us, will they support us, all those different things. And it comes to a time where you have experienced so much things in your life, and I have to understand, if you're going to be trying to live your life through other people, you're going to be disappointed every time. You're not going to be satisfied, because a lot of times people don't get you. A lot of times people will have different perceptions of you. That's why I say a lot of times, it just depends on what person it is. Everybody has a different definition of you. There'll be people that I've rubbed the wrong way, and they'll say the most nastiest things about me. And then there will be people that will speak highly of me. But I appreciate it just the same. I mean, I may have been and connected with somebody and could have been very toxic, very mean, very ugly. I've been that way. I've been there those kind of times. And a lot of times I'm like, dag, I wish I could have took that back, because there's a lot of things that we hold within ourselves that may be guilt, that we should have did something a certain way. We shouldn't have said these things. We should have took them back. And now those are the things that you're proving to yourself. Things happen for a reason. After it's been done, it can't be undone. But as long as you're learning the lessons beyond that time of, a lot of times you have to be able to just respond instead of reacting, being able to observe and not absorb, being able to allow your energy and your focus to be on something that's productive, uplifting, giving you good insight, being able to uplift you in ways that you never seen coming, allowing yourself to understand your worth, your self-love. A lot of times we have gone through different things. It depends on your upbringing. There's a lot of people that I connect with that either had a hard life growing up, or been in toxic relationships, seeing their parents in toxic relationships, to where it became so of a norm, which is sad, that you end up repeating that within your next chapter of your life, growing up within adolescence, going to an adult, or what have you, anytime. And then you're going through these different reflections in your life, where you have to really truly go within and dive deep and understand, do I want my life to become better? Okay, well, when you want those things to come better, you have to be able to go within. And it takes a lot of courage to be able to face all the things that you have went through, because those are the things that are very heavy to us. They're very dark and sad, not really like in darkness, because darkness, you grow, you learn about yourself, you're loving yourself, you're healing yourself, forgiving yourself. And a lot of times we have to forgive ourselves for holding on to a lot of things that has taken place in our lives, and being able to forgive and let go of those things, so we can be able to show understanding towards different people. And at times, when you've gone through things for so long, and it's just, the fact is, when you're trying to allow yourself to separate from that old life, because it's like, there are some people that, I've seen in life that, it got worse as they got older. But some people are not ready to let go of those things that they've gone through because maybe it'll cause excess emotions they're really not trying to dive into, and will they really don't know, with them holding on to that and prolonging that and not allowing themselves to face those, it's allowing that to get heavier and getting worse to the point where, when it hits, it's going to hit hard. And when you're proving yourself to yourself, you're trying to not worry about what others think of you. When I first started doing my videos, I was terrified for me to be able to be opening up and telling my life story, my truth, and everything like that. It took a lot of courage for me to be able to do, because of the situation of hand, at hand, that fun of me. There's going to be people that send me death threats, which has happened. you know um People are going to mock me for those things that I went through. And I went through a lot of that within my life, and it was very hard. And I never really understood why people were like that with me, because it's just the fact is they knew my story, which I didn't. So I was very violated from that. But then when it finally hit me, the way it hit me, and it hit me hard, like, a ton of bricks just fell on me, and I couldn't be able to really, accept what has took place. But then I had to understand there's truth within that. No matter how painful it is, you have to be able to allow yourself to face that. And that's where that growth comes in. You have to be able to look at the things in the mirror that you didn't want to see. It took me a long time to want to look in the mirror and not want to cut my face up, or wanting to be accepted by people that I really adored and really loved. And it wasn't even about me. It was about, the things that they wish they could have had with that was within me that they didn't see within themselves. And it took me a long time to get out my feelings and out of that pain, that hurt, and anguish that has took place. And it was just be like, it would be hard. It really, really would be hard. But then I seen everything as a blessing. There's times I get into my emotions, but it's more now of being grateful. A lot of things that has taken place in my life, it allowed me to see the bigger picture, a positive perspective on everything that took place in my life, that turned around to being a blessing in disguise. There was a lot of things that I wish I could have did differently, but they had to happen the way they happened. And I don't regret anything. There's a lot of things that I wish I could have closure on, but when the universe decides for that to happen, that'll happen on their time, not on mine. And being able to get out of that headspace, understanding your life, because a lot of times when I look at my situations, I didn't love myself. And going through what I went through, it was very life changing for me. It was altered, being angry because somebody altered my life in ways that was comfortable for them. And for me to be able to separate from that pain, it took a lot of work, and there's still times I'm still working on that every day. I don't try to sugarcoat anything. Nobody is perfect. It takes bravery for you to make that on a daily basis, to be, not in your head, because your soul is already awakened within you. And that's a lot of the things that's taking place right now, is that transformation is taking place, and then you can no longer run from that. Those are the things you really had to allow yourself to face, and know that you have that strength to do that. And with everything that's going on, it can be very scary, because life is unpredictable. You don't know what's coming around that corner, but the universe is urging you to have that faith within yourself, having that courage within yourself that's already there. Having those days where if you feel like you need to cry, cry, let it all out. If you need to go in the middle of nowhere and just start screaming your lights out until you don't have a voice anymore, that a lot of times that'll make you feel better as well. And being able to face that, and that's where that strength comes in, because you're transforming yourself into something strong and something a lot better, because all those things are there. Anything that is enriched in blessings and positivity, prosperity, love, light, has always been there, but it's been hidden under that sadness, hidden under, the trauma that you have endured for not just this lifetime, but, excuse me, past lifetimes that was unfinished, because it was, when I've been taking my time off, is because things has been hitting me heavy. really heavy. And that was something that I was not wanting to share with no one. I stayed to myself. I didn't talk unless I had to. And just going through that, it was very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. There's days I just sat here and cried and eyes swelled shut crying and just really trying to understand why things had to go that way. Why did it have to be so hard? But it was just showing me you have that strength to get yourself out of that, and that's where that hyperdrive comes in, to where you're devoted to going through that healing process. You have to be, that has to be your tunnel vision for you to be able to get out of it, because it can drive you crazy. Hell, they already think we crazy already when we speak about the views of life and how things are. But just being able to prove that towards yourself, you don't have nothing to prove to anybody, because they're only going to see what they want to see anyway. They can't understand things if they're not willing to wake up and see the things that you see. It's like you get more interaction with a brick wall. So it is just like, allow yourself to be free. If you know you're comfortable in your own skin, you're allowing yourself to be proud of every transformation you have gone through, being present within the presence, not allowing yourself to hinder yourself from the past mistakes that has taken place, whatever has brought you to this path, because it awakens something in you. And I always have to tell myself, if you didn't go through these things, you wouldn't know what you were able to be capable of moving mountains for. You would have never known how much strength you have. Even there's so many days you wanted to give up, you wanted to just fight, you wanted to be angry, you wanted to just lash out, but you chose to keep pushing forward. You chose to keep going and being determined to say, I'm going to make it. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to be resilient. I'm going to be fierce. I'm going to be that warrior that I've always been, and it takes that, because a lot of times, there's people that are shedding away from your life when you're allowing yourself to manifest being solid in your truth. You're going to start losing people around you. You're going to start losing old interests, things that is just not even vibing with you anymore. There's going to be people that saying, oh, you done changed. No, life changed me. My truth changed me. You can't always be like that. If you're not upgrading yourself, you're just wasting your time. And that's the reason why we're all going through these quarantines, because you had to face a lot of things. We avoided things within our children. We avoided things within our family, within our jobs, within our schools, because there's a lot of things we had to keep occupied on because we didn't want to face those things. So when we have ran from them all the time, the life world has been in an uproar. Now, right now, is all in reflection. You have to be very careful about words you put out towards the universe about the world, because how you see the world is how you see yourself. And to me, the world's going through a lot of truth. You reflecting a lot of things that's not easy to do, because there's a lot of dirt that's been done, and now everything is starting to come up. Skeletons is falling clean out the closet and stuff still coming out. But when you're allowing yourself to be solid in that, I don't really worry about how people get me. If they understand me, do they understand where I'm coming from? They understand where I've been. And like I said, it's okay for you not to know my whole story. It's all about what I'm doing now. How I got here is not really important to me. Is what transform me to where I am today. Those are what I'm seeing as being a blessing. I want to be able to live past my trauma, being able to live past my pain. Talk about, okay, I've been through this, but where I'm at right now, this is what's important. Because I can't change the past, but that past has changed me. But it's changed me for the better, just like it's changing you for the better. And when you own that, there'll be a lot of people that, because there's a lot of people right now that's doing things because of what society says they need to do, or they're trying to allow themselves to have a certain image or a persona of being seen and not keeping it real and okay with all these double masks. Because sometimes you have so many faces, they all become real to that person. And it's all about how you see yourself, allowing yourself to let free of those masks, allowing your truth to be projected and reflected on, not worrying about what people get and what people understand. If they don't understand, that message wasn't for them. Your vibe is not for them. It's going to come to a time where you're going to find people that vibe just like you, going to understand that, they're going to be able to translate that enigma of you. But you're allowing yourself to transform into something very powerful that can't be tainted, because it's just like what you've been through, that can be the worst, the hardest thing you can go through. So if somebody come at you with that BS, all you're gonna be able to do is laugh and breathe. It may mess you up for a second, and just like it doesn't move mountains for me. What you eat is not making me digest anything. It's just allowing me to work on me. So when you're allowing yourself to prove yourself to your soul, because your soul already know what you're capable of doing. It's just we all got to get aligned with that, of what our soul is able to do. And when you're doing that, there's going to be a lot of people that's just not going to like you, because it's just the fact is there not, no, there's going to be people that cannot manipulate you. They're not going to be able to put guilt trips on you. Because I used to be able to feel that, and I'm like, dang, let me go back. And I'm like, I'm not about to do that, because I'd be dag, if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't be doing it for me. So it's just like, if it's not healthy for me, I'm not going to allow myself to get into that. If I see myself talking about something I know I shouldn't be talking about, I retract. I'm like, this ain't a part of my thought process. Allow that to go. That's not true. Even when an old memory comes up, I said, you know what, I appreciate that blessing, or whatever it is that revealed me about how that person was to me, or what the situation was to me. I learned from it. Now I can allow myself to release it. It's just like, it's all about in the now. We can't worry about the future and what the outcome is going to be, because what it is going to be way more than we imagine, just because of the things that we have gone through, the battles we done fought within ourselves, that how we trying to protect ourselves within the world, and trying to protect that and push that out to the world. Because first, for us to change the world, we got to be able to change ourselves. And when you're solid in your truth and your integrity and your respect and love towards yourself, you're going to be able to get that back. And if it's not something that's reciprocated, you're going to allow yourself to not, no, you're not going to indulge in that. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I'm about to head off and go to bed. I'm so daggone tired. Like I said, I'm proud of myself. I done did 4 videos today and didn't even feel like doing that. But I'm just like, you know what? I'm being very productive today. I'm going to push myself. I may not do everything that I was going to do, but I'm at least say I did something. So, I gave it all I got. But I hope y'all have a blessed night. I'm most likely be, right back up in the morning doing the same thing. Let me go ahead and give my post notification shout outs to Sarah Wynn, as well as Chrissy Cloud and Christina Laverty, Colin Wells, much love to you. Welcome to the fam. Amanda Davis, much love to you, as well as William Allen, and Cynthia V, and Tiffany Henry, much love to you as well, and Pamela Riley. If you're new to the fam, welcome. Drop a line. I would love to give you a post notification shout out. Oh, yeah. And if y'all are following me on social media sites and you want me to share some memes or just positive posts or something that it may be affecting us as within a collective, please go ahead and share. And I'll go ahead and give you a post notification shout out, as well as with the picture of, who gave that to me. I always try to make sure I give credit towards the people that, share these things with me, or I get things from. I leave all my contact information at the bottom if you ever want to get in touch with me on a private matter. A lot of people are not comfortable with speaking on whatever they're dealing with into, the form of the platform. And I truly understand that whatever we speak on is confidential. It's just about networking, giving you a deeper understanding about your spiritual gift as well as your path. If I can't tell you by experience, I try my best to find all the information I can for you to give you a deeper understanding. So know you're truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything you're trying to manifest in your life comes triple time more than you expected. Pray for it, manifest, prepared for it, and speedy on receiving it as well. Even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things can really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video, hopefully tomorrow, but we'll all see. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.